Welcome back. This year, the Warren Central Dragons have a new man in charge this year, Coach William Unseld.
Coach takes over a team that made the Sweet 16 last season but lost some key players, including George Fant, who is now playing right down the road for the Hilltoppers and joining us now as coach. Thanks for being on today.
No problem.
Good to see you, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
You know, this is uncharted waters for us. I mean, for years we've had Coach Riley in that seat, and I know that you've been his assistant for, 7 seasons?
7 seasons. Mm-hmm.
You've been through 5 regional championships, so this is really nothing new for you, right?
No, it hadn't been anything new, really.
Yeah.
As far as time and the work we put in, everything's been the same.
How does it feel, though, you know, knowing that you're the head coach? I mean, you've got the responsibilities to set the schemes up on offense and defense, and that's got to be kind of fun.
Oh, it's fun. You know, I go from offering suggestions to making decisions now, so a little bit more pressure, but you know, that's what I'm here for, and I'm enjoying it right now.
When you first took over to Coach Riley, give you any bit of advice or say anything to you to help you as you, upcoming this season taking over?
Just keep working like we always have, you know. That's one of the things. He said, I know you'll work, so they got a good man taking my place.
Well, and, you know, there's, you talk about high school traditions. Warren Central basketball has really got one, and obviously the student athletes that play for Warren Central really understand that tradition, as you do as well. And, you know, kind of talk a little bit about the evolution of Warren Central basketball, and then I want to get into the Kentucky versus Tennessee high school challenge, which is coming up next week.
The best thing about being at Warren Central, you're always, like Coach Riley said, I didn't leave. He didn't leave because there wasn't any talent left in the building. We still have plenty of talent, young kids. Seniors are ready to step up and take a big role, and they push each other. And if you're going to play, like I tell the kids, if you're going to play there, you got to work. And they buy into it. They know they got to work, and they push each other each day of practice. So it's a great deal for us.
How tough is it every year to replace a senior class, especially maybe one like last year where you have a player like a George Fant who, you know, was so successful for you guys and, you know, is now playing D1 basketball? It's
tough. You know, you change everything you do, really. I mean, you go year to year and change with the personnel. No, this year we don't have that guy to throw it in when we need a bucket, but I think we still got plenty of talent to be really successful this year.
Yeah, one of those guys is Donovan. He's going to join us here in a few minutes, but Coach, you graduated in 92?
92.
And you played college ball at South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know basketball, but, you know, what about this fourth region? I mean, it is really unbelievable when you look at the gyms that are packed and the quality of basketball and just, you know, the rivalries.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a year. It's a lot of balance this year, top to bottom, you know. So it's always been tough. It's one of the best regions in the state. Yep. I mean, it's really – it's a blessing to be able to coach in the region. I mean, it's going to be a challenge every night. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, let's talk about the Minute Mart Kentucky-Tennessee High School Challenge. This is something that has been going on for the last several years. It is, it's an incredible tournament. You're going to have close to 2021 Division I prospects playing in this tournament. Just talk about it. It's December 10th. It's at Warren Central High School. But, man, it is great to see the Tennessee versus the Kentucky teams, and talk a little bit about the teams that are coming in.
Yeah, Minute Mart does a great thing with the shootout for us, and we got 4. It's going to be 4 games. We got a girls game this year, it'll be Clarkfield Kenwood and Warren Central girls, and then Kenwood boys will play Christian County boys. So you got the defending state champion here, Wilson Central out of Lebanon, Tennessee, got a really talented team, really talented, and we're playing Chattanooga, McAllen. And I know they got 2 of the top underclassmen in Tennessee. Got 2 seniors who are Division I basketball players. So it's a loaded field, but that's what you play for in December. You see who's gonna put on a fight for you, and you figure out a lot about your team playing good competition like that.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this is that, you know, it's all in one day.
Yes.
You know, you pay one price. You can see, was it
4 games? 4 games starting at 4 o'clock. We have them each. We got a game at 4, 5:30, 7, and 8:30. Okay. First game, let's hit, is the girls' game, Warren Central Kenwood. Second game will be Christian County boys and Clarkfield Kenwood boys. Third game will be Bowling Green High School and Wilson Central. Then the last game will be us, Warren Central, playing Chattanooga McAllen.
You know, even after the game is over, you'll never play that team again this season. But do you still take some bragging rights, getting to maybe beat one of the better teams out of Tennessee, knowing that you guys maybe show basketball here is a little better than it is there?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. They're a really talented team. If you can happen to win that game, it's a positive. To me, it's a positive win or lose. You find out a lot about your team, win or lose. And sometimes you find out a little more if you do lose. You figure out a lot of things. So I mean, it's just good for the kids to play against kids like that. Teaches them, shows them what they need to shoot for and how much they need to work to get better.
Do you have an opportunity to not necessarily scout this team, but really know a whole lot about this Chattanooga team before you play them? Or
you don't. You really don't.
Yeah.
And that's a good test as well. I mean, you just you got to make adjustments as the game go on, and you know, you can make a couple phone calls to figure out what do they do, but it's not like playing a team from the 4th region where you know a lot about what they do. So, I mean, it's going to be a fun test for us.
You know, what so far has, you know, I know you started practice the last month or a month and a half ago, and, you know, what is any surprises as the new head coach of the Dragons?
Not really surprises, but it's been a joy to coach this group. They're a hard-working group. My seniors have Donovan, Drake Riley, and Andre Bledsoe, Norman Johnson, have really worked their tails off, and their young kids are following their lead, and it's been good. It's easier for me when my older kids work like they have, and the younger kids follow suit.
I know you all certainly support the football team. As a basketball coach, is it nice, maybe not nice, but when you maybe get some of those kids to play football to come over, what kind of, is it, I guess, good for you in a way to have them not so late in the year as if they're going one more weekend like some of the teams, some of the kids will be this weekend?
I wouldn't mind if they went one more week. You know, that's success. You know, those kids learn how to succeed, know what it takes to succeed. So, you know, we're playing for January, February, March. So if they would have went one more week, you know, Christian County went all the way to the state championship game. They win the boys' state championship in basketball.
Yep.
So those kids just learn what it takes to be successful. So really, I was cheering them on. I was looking for them to go one more week or 2 more weeks or whatever it would have took for them to win the championship. And like I said, man, we have a lot of kids who play football right now, so who were playing football. And it just would have been a nice carryover to have that success they had bringing on to the basketball court.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking time coming on the show, and we wish you the best of luck all season.
All right, thanks for having me.
Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Good seeing you.
Joining us, well, not joining us now. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Sports Connection on WBKO.